Yes, I'm here with Dominic Matteo, and just talking about that incident, Dom, between Andy Griffin and Ricardo Fuller. He's banned for this match. We won't see him taking part still for that incident. It's quite interesting because Andy Griffin said it's been reasonably well sorted out. I mean, what's your take on it?
Yeah, the gaffer called a meeting in-house, and the two lads sort of apologised for what happened, and it's dealt with now, and obviously just get on with things now. It's they've shook hands, and it's as far as we're concerned, it's been dealt with.
I mean, it's easy to say, oh, it's been dealt with, it's been brushed under the carpet, but when you see it happen, it's such an unusual thing to see happen. Is it easy to move past?
Yeah, like you say, I've not really seen it before in my career. I think the last time was with Macca and Bruce Godber a little bit. But to be fair, it shouldn't really happen. Obviously, Andy said something, and Ricardo, to be fair, reacted to it. He shouldn't have done that. He knows that himself. A
symptom of maybe the pressure that the players are feeling.
Yeah, I think so. Like you say, we haven't had the best of runs of late. We had a tough Christmas. We've got a tough January coming up as well now, and obviously today we need to get some points on the board. It's a massive game. We've got Chelsea away next, and then Tottenham after that. So it's some tough games coming up, and the gaffer said to us, "Listen, this is a massive, massive game for us. Let's try and get some out of it."
We'll be talking a little bit more about the game itself with Dom in a few minutes' time. But now, Angus, back to you. Arsene, how important was that result today for Arsenal?
I told you before the game, we know we won 3 points in every game, and we had a good first half. In the second half, our fluency dropped a little bit, and they made a battle of it and came back to 1-1. And then again, we found the resources to win the game in a convincing way. And credit to my team, they go from strength to strength.
How much did it please you that they did manage to come back from conceding the goal to Hull?
But we know that we can score. I'm one of the teams who scored more goals than anybody in the last 15 minutes, and we know if we keep going, we can always come back and score. And that mental strength is in the team now.
Thank you, Arsene.
How have things changed there?
Alec, it's almost like a different place around the port. For a start, it's so much busier. So many Kiwis have descended on the place, absolutely thousands of them, to come and watch New Zealand in action. And finally, the Swiss have taken a little bit of time to get here, but they are that bit closer, and they're really well represented, especially down here in America's Cup Park, where they'll be watching it on the big screen. And the atmosphere down here is incredible. They showed a little bit of the match from 2003, and of course, Alinghi beat New Zealand, and people were absolutely riveted to that. But as soon as they came and started showing the scenes live from Valencia, then the atmosphere's really picked up. Everybody's very excited. And Dean Barker said during the Louis Vuitton Cup that there were so many Kiwis, that he made it feel like a home from home for him. Well, there's at least 2 or 3 times as many as there were then, so goodness knows how they're going to feel. Alinghi may have drawn first blood, but the Kiwis are absolutely determined that they're going to get right back into this America's Cup match, and perhaps it could be the first one in years that isn't a 5-0 whitewash. John Ziskin from BMW Oracle is down here with me. John, as we come down past these crowds, before we talk about the teams, just talk about this incredible atmosphere.
Well, it's amazing to be here right now. I wish you could really see it. It's phenomenal. There are literally thousands and thousands of people out screaming. I mean, it's really bringing the sport up to a level that's super exciting. I've never seen anything like this, and I'm fired up.
And in a word, which team do you think is going to win the America's Cup?
I think it's in favor of Alinghi right now.
John, thank you very much for your time. So New Zealand heading out towards the Bay of Valencia to take on Alinghi. New Zealand 1 match down against the Swiss team, so this one going to be absolutely crucial. On 5 Live this afternoon, commentaries on England against South Africa, Manchester City against Arsenal, and Aston Villa Manchester United. But you'll get more eye-gouging, shirt-pulling and disrespecting officials right here in the next hour of Fighting Talk. So who's on then? First up, Fighting Talk's favourite German comedian from a short list of 1. Just back from a visit to the fatherland and still smarting from his country's latest defeat by the English. He's in it to win it. It's Henning Wehn.
Yeah, it was only a friendly.
Yeah, and you do win the ones that count. I mean, as a Scot, I have no real preference as to who wins that match.
I thought we all hate the English.